way Sun International rolls, it's not about us. We're very much a receiving house. We're very much about collaboration. We weren't going to do it on our own. We're not out there just to get a branding or title sponsor right. This is about the community. This is about Cape Town. This is about celebrating horse racing. This is about creating a stylish event. We backed ourselves because I think we've got a pedigree. Not quite 133 years like the Met, but we've got a pedigree of putting a really wow pizzazz event like Miss South Africa together. Looking after the pageantry, celebrating women as we have over the last many years. Not on the night of the pageant, but on all 365 days of the year. And we enjoy really making a difference, but it's not about the event, it's not about us, it's about celebrating life and embracing the community.
As you look at Champagne, it's all about glamour, it's about elegance, it's about style, it's about beauty. So I think it's a marriage, I think, and I hope, and I'm confident that is made in heaven. Myself and my team have got huge aspirations for the event, and this will not just be a Cape Town event, not just a South African event, but we will be flying in global partners from all around the world to really expose what a beautiful city Cape Town is and what a fantastic event the Summit brought to you by GH Mom will be.
And my experience thus far of dealing with some of our old partners, Cape Thoroughbred Sales, Phumelela, Klavervlei and so forth, and our new partner, Sun International, it bodes well because I think these people are astonishingly easy to work with. And the ambition they have for the Met is something that I think Cape Town is going to be very fortunate to be the beneficiary of because they're thinking really big. But you can't just have racing because then you've got only race goers following it. And while they are critical and possibly the most important group of people in the audience, the reality is you need other people who are there to witness. Do not necessarily participate, but witness and enjoy. People can come and have the most spectacular day out, even if they don't know much about the sport. So we've got the partners, we've got the good racing, and we've got the ambition to take the Met up a level in terms of its social attractiveness. And I personally have an ambition, which I think is not far off what the Sun guys have, is that if you think of your year, the first thing you should pencil in into your social calendar, even if you are not a racing person, is the Sun Met.
Not only do we have a new sponsor, which always brings fresh ideas, fresh impetus, but at the same time, through negotiation and cooperation, we are actually putting together one of the greatest horse races in Africa. Just to give you an example, on the same day, you will not only have the Sun Met, but you'll have the Investec Derby, you'll have the Klavervlei Majorca, you have the two CTS races, which I'll talk about a little bit more, $500,000 each. And you have the Flying Championship. So as Henry Ford said, to come together is a beginning. To keep together is progress, but to work together is success.
We have a very large MVG database. So, I just spoke to Mervyn. He says, look, there's about 37,000 people on our NVG list. So you can imagine how many people we can attract to the Met. And that's what makes it exciting. Only at Grand West do we have 37,000 people. If you go right through the country, I believe, Rob, you said earlier on, we've got about 400,000 or 500,000, if I may be incorrect, of MVG customers that we'll attract to the Met. So it could become a huge event.
With me is Paul Scanlon from Mum Champagne. How fantastic to be partnered up with Sun International to be sponsoring the Met.
Yes, very exciting. So we have a long legacy of horse racing and sponsorship with Mum, the Melbourne Cup, the Kentucky Derby in the US, and a perfect partnership with Sun International, who are a fantastic premium brand like ourselves. And we think for Champagne, the racing world and Champagne go hand in hand. It's about celebration, it's about style, it's about glamour, it's about the winning, the celebration. So I think it's a really perfect fit for us in terms of partnerships.
Well, it's wonderful. And of course, champagne can't be champagne unless it comes from France.
Yes, exactly. So the key thing is we have sometimes mix up that champagne from South Africa. Champagne is from France, from the Champagne region, and Mumm is of course the number one champagne in France, which is the home of champagne. So very, very strong credentials.
Well, I think the Met in January is going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I think it is very exciting, and I think not just for Cape Town, as I mentioned, for South Africa, but also we hope that this will really put the Met on an international scale, and we hope to have lots of our international guests also flying in for the big day. So looking forward to a bit of celebration with Mumm Champagne.
Raymond van Niekerk from Investec is with me now. Raymond, how fantastic is Met Day going to be? Not only have we got the Met, we've got the Investec Derby, we've got the Mallorca Stakes, we've got 2 races from CTS. It's going to be amazing.
I think it's a fantastic setup. I mean, we've been waiting for years to find something that works and that can take the Met to the status it deserves. And with Sun International signing up, they're so enthusiastic. They've got so much experience of putting together amazing events. And, you know, sometimes people get a little tired. I think they are the opposite. They like really high energy at the moment. And I think Cape Town's in for something truly spectacular. We've got good racing, perfect setting. I mean, it's Cape Town, it's Kenilworth, all those sorts of things. Can't wait, can't wait.
Sun International and Mumm Champagne doesn't really get better than that, does it?
Oh yes. I was just sampling some of Mumm's better product. It's really nice. I love that stuff.
I think we're in for a very, very special Met Day.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. It's summer in Cape Town spectacular, and then you wait for the racing to start. And we've had a few events at Kenilworth where we go, we've got a few things right, we've got the racing right, but that total atmosphere is still lacking a little something. And I think now with Sun and GH Mumm's involvement in the Met, I think we'll get that back.
Lots of glamour and fantastic horses.
Yes, and you know, I think sometimes people lose their way a little bit, and what is supposed to be glamour turns into a little bit too fleshy. I think we're going to move back to something that's just a little grander, you know, and some place that you can bring mom and dad, the kids, you can dress up in your finest, and it's open to everybody, the rich and the famous, and Mr. and Mrs. Man in the street. Fun for all.
With me now is Rob Dalton from Sun International. Rob, what a fantastic announcement this evening. Sun International and Mumm Champagne, what a partnership.
Yeah, we were very excited about it. I must be honest, I've been waiting for this for many a year. We've done a lot of racing events over the course of the last 25 years, but in a very small capacity. And being able to get into something like this, which, you know, the ex-Brand House event and now Sun Met, I'm so excited. And with my CEO, Robbie Collins, he's just so dynamic. It's great because he just lets me go ahead and do things and doesn't ask questions. And when it comes to budgetary, he might question now and again, but it's stunning.
I think we've got a very classy day ahead, race-wise.
Yeah, you know, what we've done over the years, we've had a fantastic Grand West marquee. I know over the last 5 years, we've either come first or second with the way the marquee looks. And it's always been next to the Snaith Racing on that end of the track. And we've always brought our biggest clients down because it is an event. It's an experience. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of entertainment. And it's something different.
Chris van Niekerk, a huge name in racing. What a fantastic evening. It's so great to have Sun International and Mumm Champagne as big sponsors.
I think it's very exciting, fantastic, and as I said earlier that the previous sponsor was around for 39 years. Let's hope this is a start of a long, long journey. I believe there's more excitement, new excitement, fresh ideas, a fresh look, and that's always good.
I think it's going to be an amazing day. And not only the Met, but we've got the Investec Derby, we've got the Claverflame Mallorca Stakes, the CTS 2 races. It's going to be fantastic.
Lion Championship.
Absolutely amazing day. I think it's going to be full of top glamour, top racehorses. Absolutely awesome.
And the first ideas that came from the Sun side, Sun International, is to actually make it a longer event than just a day, maybe a bit of a build-up during the week. I find that very exciting.
Yes. So the new buzzword is the Sun Met.
Absolutely, absolutely, and may it last for a long time.
Rob, this has just been a fantastic announcement this evening that Sun International will be sponsoring next year's Met.
We're excited about it, and thank you. I thought it was a lovely evening. I think the important thing, though, it wasn't so much about Sun International. I think this is as much about Cape Town. It's as much about GH Mumm who've come in because, frankly, there's no celebration or really victory without champagne typically. It's one of those synonymous things. And we thought in getting GH Mum into the equation, it would be a lovely association. To have the likes of the Investec, Klavervlei, the CTS races coming in, and a host of all the other partners and potential partners, we're looking at it as just one big, really kick-ass day with a lot of wonderful, like-minded people to bring an amazing event to Cape Town.
Well, it's a great combination, and racing has always been known as the sport of kings, and I think you're really bringing that back.
And I think that's maybe where it's lost its way a little bit. I think we're very naive, if I have to be honest, in terms of pure racing, but where I think we do bring a lot of pizzazz and expertise to the party, it's going to be very much more in the case of the event, the style, the fashion, the celebrating off-track activities, whether it's ladies, whether it's fashion, entertainment, good old South African cuisine, and just having one of those wonderful, wonderful days that people look forward to.
And the build-up to the big day is also going to be fantastic from the sound of it.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer in not just enjoying the day on the day, because if you do that, you by default are losing the other 364 days in the year. So what I'm looking forward to is let's call it 8 weeks, and I know it comes over Christmas and January and whatever, but the 8 weeks beforehand to get shows and entertainment and create the hype and get the media partners involved and really make it so that it becomes a hot ticket, that there's big demand, and then it's a cool place to be. And hopefully we can give them the celebration and the activities and the entertainment that causes them to have a great day.
Well, it's hugely exciting for Cape Town and for racing. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.